Welcome back to part 3 of the walkthrough for the Dragon Arenas in Sifu. I believe those challenges we're going to see today are very fun. I actually had a lot of fun going through them, not like the the ones we did last time, which were quite toxic. Don't mess with security. The very first thing you need to do if you want the best possible time is to aggro every single enemy upstairs. You don't want to go downstairs just yet because it's going to be a waste of time. All you have to do is walk in front of them, run in front of them, and they're going to be pretty pissed. And next thing you need to do is stand right here and just throw them over. Basically, that's what you need to do. This is the best strat because, well, you will deal with everybody upstairs and then go downstairs to deal with the fatties. And now to deal with the flash kick, all you have to do is use crouch punch the moment she starts throwing her legs, and that's it. Now you go downstairs and you deal with the remaining enemies. I strongly recommend using your bat, the focus attack tied to the bat, because it's like a stun. And whenever one enemy stuns, they're going to receive a lot more structure damage. That's what you want to do. And I also feel like the duration is maybe identical to vertical strikes, so don't hesitate to use your focus attack. That's your best bet, and it only costs 1 bar, and that's it. This strat is pretty reliable, I would say, and as long as you use your focus attack wisely, I think you have no problem dealing with the Juggernaut and the bodyguard downstairs. On to the next one. Lady Blood Moon. Enemies are invincible until they receive environmental damage. So here's the catch. All you have to do if you don't have a weapon to throw, or actually anything to throw at one person, all you have to do is slide or use the sweep. Whenever they fall, it's going to count as environmental damage. Something else you could do is throw enemies into themselves. It's going to stun them, and it also counts as environmental damage. And when it comes to this level, I believe there is nobody to be concerned about besides Kuroki, but that's toward the end. Even the disciples are manageable as long as you are not surrounded and you always have them in your line of sight. They tend to wait for you to be distracted before they strike. They're quite cowards, but I honestly think the grunts with knives are way more scary. The reason why is because they can attack pretty fast, and they're going to also wait for you to be distracted before they strike. So whatever you can do to make those enemies lose their knives, you should do that. It's very dangerous to have like 2 or 3 of them with knives, and they tend to pick it up every single time you... It's just so annoying. Now, you should make your way toward the front gate and deal with this flash kick as fast as you can. It's going to make your life easier. Just like that. I also recommend using strong sweep, just to give you some time to deal with the flash kicks. You don't want to have to deal with the cowards. I'm talking about the disciple while dealing with the flash kicks. And now it's a 1v1. You may have noticed that I was not using my focus attacks. The reason why is because I was saving them for Mama Kuroki. She's going to be joined by Grant, and we don't want to fight them at the same time. Especially because this is Disciple difficulty Kuroki, and her phase 1 is harder than in the Master difficulty for some reason. So yeah, you do not want to face them at the same time. Use strong sweep. It's going to buy you some time to deal with the grunts. Make sure you make them lose their knives, and you should be good. You can also use as long as you use a weapon, even if you block, you won't receive chip damage. But I decide to play the hero instead and don't use a weapon. Don't do that. you will notice that the landscape is slightly elevated, so you can use that to your advantage and throw enemies downward. I believe that's exactly what I want to say. Yeah, make them fall and trip and you should be good. Also, I may be wrong about this, but I think chip damage doesn't count as getting hit. I think. Or maybe it does. Honestly, I don't know. Anyway. Now this is art. Okay. Anytime you have to deal with capturing areas, this is where things can get a little bit, I'll say, annoying. So, for this level, what I did was a mix of trying to keep enemies away and trying to defeat them. Initially, I thought the gigantic ball was going to be useful, but it's kind of useless. I mean, that was disappointing. I thought maybe the goal was to, you know, to push the ball into people, but it does nothing. So, as always, you should always use your focus attack. It deals so much damage, and yeah, I believe you should potentially just kill everybody. Honestly, that's what I did, and I think it worked. Just kill everybody, and you should be okay. Maybe. Oh, and a reminder, whenever you have all shrine bonuses, your weapons deal way more damage, so you should use them. I don't know how much more damage, but it also applies to your focus attacks. So, let's say for example you are using the bat, it's going to deal way more damage whenever you use the face slam, you know. And also whenever you use the staff, you know, the 360 swing is most likely going to kill people with, I'll say, even that guy, you know, that guy with the suit is going to die with the 360 swing. That's how amazing it is. So you should use the weapons, especially in this level, because they're going to spawn and give you lots of weapons. And if you don't use them, well, they will. So, you know, better you than them. Baneful Tempest. We need to score a lot of points, and though I said that this series of challenges were fun, this one was not fun because I was trying to understand what I had to do to score the maximum amount of points. That's the problem. Depending on the arena, you need to do different things. Sometimes you need to throw enemies over a ledge, you know, kill them instantly. Sometimes you need to parry, and sometimes you need to just hit them. You know, as long as your multiplier is at 3, always try to make sure that whenever you kill a big enemy, your multiplier is at 3. That way you're going to get the maximum amount of points. And because enemies don't have structure, you don't have to worry about, you know, parrying or doing something fancy. I'll say though, don't try to use weapons or throw anything, because you don't want to deal too much damage too fast. Very important too. And you just saw that kick almost got me, and they don't drop their weapons. I remember now why this one was tricky. because the knife guys, they don't drop their weapons, so they always trying to kick you. And I'll say this one is not difficult. This challenge is not difficult as long as you don't drop the multiplier, which is tricky because enemies do not drop their weapons. So yeah, this is scary. This is very scary. And also a little tip when it comes to the scoring system. Whenever you get hit, which will happen often, especially in this level, you don't want to kill enemies right away. Parrying and dodging will increase your multiplier, but they will not award you with any points, which is okay, it's fair. Otherwise it would have been quite cheesy to complete the challenges. So whenever you get hit, don't try to hit enemies right away. Make sure that you get your multiplier back to 3, and if you can, make it yellow. That way you're going to get, again, the maximum amount of points available. Don't try to kill enemies too fast, you know, enjoy the ride, except for this guy. He is quite annoying, you know, and this is why usually you drop your multiplier, because you have so many things to worry about. The guys with the knives, you know, the grunts, the bodyguard ready to grab you if you make a mistake, you know. But this is also where you should score the maximum amount of points. It's quite tricky, you know. Don't forget to also use cowboy to get some points. You can also taunt sometimes, you know. I believe it's like it gives you it will increase your bar every 10 seconds. So you can abuse the taunts, right? It's like only once every 10 or 20 seconds you can taunt to get just a little bit of bar. You know what? I thought I was playing well, and then I saw my score and I thought, damn, I barely made it. That was insane. I just barely made it. Jesus. Lost Spirits. I love this one. This may be my favorite. And also PSA, there's going to be a lot of sliding. At the very start, you want to go and slide, punch that bodyguard in the face, and very important, you need to pick up the bat. Pick up the bat, wait around the corner, just so that that guy doesn't spot you. Bam. Use the stairs, and there's going to be a guy making his way up there. Another bam. Now, it's very important. If you miss this, you may fail the thing entirely, you know, but you need to perform a double takedown. That's why you want to pick up the bat. I feel like it's not easy to make it happen with the slide. And here you can throw the bat. Boom. That way she doesn't, you know, vault over. Wait here for the guy to go, you know, to juggle to move, and then, oh my god, slide, make, take down. And now we only have 2 targets to worry about, the disciple and another fatty. I think the target is, I mean the time we aim for is 1 minute, so you should have plenty of time to make your way there, as long as you don't get spotted. And just like that, that's it. I really like this level because it makes you feel like a ninja, you know, and it was okay, you know, especially after the second set of arenas, dragon arenas. Those ones were exhausting. But you see like this video is even shorter than the previous one because, well, I don't have to talk as much, and also the time you need to target for each level is not it's not like you have to stay as young as possible. I don't think you have to. But yeah, I really enjoyed the game and the challenges. What I don't enjoy is not being able to focus on one person whenever I'm using a fixed attack. I feel like the developers should have made something, especially because this game requires precise execution sometimes, and there's nothing more infuriating than not being able to pick a target whenever you are surrounded by like 6 enemies. Anyway, I'm Djisso, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like, and if you want more, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you soon. Peace.